Hello, it's Zarly here with another yoga class today. Thank you so much for being here with me. Today we're going to start in the seated position, lifting and lengthening the spine. Let's get some length through that back. Just relaxing the head around into a nice gentle circle. Inhale to the back, exhale, we just let the head fall to the front. Circle is just nice and gentle. It's not forced or too controlled, it just gently, naturally happens, letting the head just fall wherever it wants to. Inhale to the back, exhale to the front. See how the neck is feeling, see if there's any tension or tight spots. Other direction, just when we're ready. How's the back of the neck, side of the neck, front of the neck? We might not feel it that much through the front, it might radiate to the back, but just see where the neck is feeling tight. Beautiful. Just nice, gentle circles. When we're ready, let's come back to a nice tall spine. And we're going to make our way through into our down dog. So lifting the hips, flattening out the back. Maybe walking at the heels if we want to here. This is just such a nice release for our calves. Okay, now from here, we're just going to lift one leg up to the ceiling. Opening through the hips, we point that foot up, keeping the back flat. And let's draw that knee in between the hands. We're going to come through into a pigeon to start to warm up and really open through the hips. Bringing that foot forward and we relax down over that leg. But I want you to find your option here. I really encourage, especially in pigeon pose, for you to move around and find a position that's comfortable for you and your body, you and your hips. Everybody is so different. Make sure we keep an eye on our knees. Make sure there's no discomfort through the knees. If there is, make sure you adjust. Move around freely. Just adjust as you need. Just relaxing the upper body down. Softening through the neck. Beautiful. Let's press the body up. We're just going to come back through into down dog. Taking our time. We're going to come onto the other side. So we lift that leg. Flex. Point that foot. Keeping that back nice and flat. And just when we're ready, let's sweep it through again. Taking our time to adjust. There's no rush today through our practice. We've got plenty of time. You can stay as long as you need. Just breathing here, just relaxing down. Just keep following the breath. Let the breath just gently flow in and out through the nose. Again, we're not rushing anything today. Just breathing here. With every exhale, just letting the hips relax a little bit closer down to the ground. Okay, we're just going to slowly press the body up. We're going to come through into our down dog, flattening out the back, working the heels down into the floor, keeping that back really flat. Okay, and just when we're ready, we're going to walk the feet in, coming through into our forward fold. Relaxing the upper body down here, relaxing the neck, lifting the tailbone. And just breathing here. Let's roll it up, coming up to standing when we're ready. It's nice and slow, rolling it up. Beautiful. Let's come around to the front next. We're just going to take the legs wide. Just turning one foot out. So the foot's parallel to the long side of our mat. Arms come up and we're just going to lean to the side through into our triangle pose. We're really opening up the chest, drawing the upper body back. So we want to draw the upper body back, line the upper body up with the lower body. Exhale, Let's slowly come down through into our single leg forward fold. So we have one hand either side of our foot. We're drawing our hips back and we're lengthening through that front leg. Okay, now bending that knee. Inhale, we're going to scoop the arms up, coming through into warrior one. So we lift the arms and we bend and sink down into the hips by bending that knee. Exhale, let's come through into warrior two. So arms come down parallel to the floor. Nice soft gaze just above our fingertips. And again, we're bending that knee. We're sinking down into our hips. Exhale, let's relax the arms down. When we're ready, other side, let's start with our triangle pose, taking our time. We push the hips in the opposite direction that we lean, keeping the upper body drawing back. Eyes look up to the ceiling, and we open and expand through our chest. Exhale, single leg forward fold. Draw the hips back, we gently straighten that leg, and we relax our forehead down towards the shin, just relaxing the neck. Inhale, we bend that knee, let's scoop the arms up. Warrior one, again, bending that knee, sinking the hips straight down. Opening up through the hips, keeping the upper body facing small end. On the exhale, face the upper body to the long end, warrior two. And just when we're ready, let's relax the arms down. From here, we're just going to come through into our wide leg forward fold. Let's just relax the body down the middle here. Just adjusting the feet if we want. Sometimes a little bit of movement and wide leg forward fold is nice. We just release any tension through our shoulders or our neck. You can always add a little bit of movement whenever you want. Just softening and releasing those muscles. Relaxing the shoulders down. Just when we're ready, let's lengthen out the spine. Eyes look forward slightly and feel that length travel down through the back. We're just going to wiggle the feet in together. Let's come through into our forward fold. And we can slowly roll it up, coming up to standing. From here, just coming to the small end of our mats, we're just going to link the hands together behind the back, opening the chest. Let's look up to the ceiling, pressing the chest forward, drawing the shoulders back. Inhale, we lift the arms. Exhale, we dive forward. Let's come through into forward fold. We're going to make our way through into our down dog next. Flattening the back and drawing the hips back. So letting the heels work their way down, gradually down towards the floor. Okay, and just when we're ready, let's just gently drop it down so we're lying down on our belly. From here, we can just rest, the side of the cheek down, maybe forehead. And we're just going to see if we can find one foot and draw the heel down into the hips, maybe a little bit out to the side if we can. The challenge here is to get the elbow pointing up to the ceiling and drawing the foot down. So just breathing here, stretching out through our knees and the front of our thighs. Okay, let's swap sides when we're ready. Same stretch to the other side. Drawing that foot down. See if we have the flexibility. See if we can gently pivot the hand so the elbow points up. Just a little something to think about, but just doing the best you can today. Breathing here. Just keep drawing that heel down. Beautiful. Just when we're ready, we can let go of that foot. Pressing the body up, we're going to come through into our hero's pose, just where we just very gently sink back onto our heels. And we're just going to lift and lengthen the spine here, focusing on the breath. So we breathe, following the breath. Feel that length travel up through the muscles of the back. Just breathing, stretching out through our feet, ankles, and knees. Beautiful. Just when we're ready, slowly coming around, let's make our way through into our bound angle. So the feet line up. We hold onto the feet and then we let the knees drop down. It's a nice hip opener, this one. Reaching the head forward. Breathing into the hips. Beautiful. From here, we're just going to come through into our head to knee. So extending one leg and then taking the foot to the inner thigh, walking the hand slowly out. If there's room, let's see if we can hold on to that foot, just very gently flexing that foot and working that extended leg down into the ground. If our hands don't come to the foot, that's okay. That's not essential in this pose. Just take the hands as far down the leg as they want to go. And we just relax here. So forehead to shin. We flex that foot. Beautiful. Walking up nice and slow. Let's come onto the other side. Same thing, foot to inner thigh. Extending that leg, walking the hands out. Relaxing the forehead towards our shin. It does not matter how far you can come towards your shin. Just keep aiming the forehead towards your shin. It'll help lengthen out and extend through the lower back. So forehead towards shin, just below the kneecap. And just in our own time, we slowly roll up. Coming to the small end of our mat. Just extending both legs here. Inhale, we reach the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, we're just going to tip forward. Let's relax the upper body over the legs. Reaching for our toes. Working our legs again down into the floor. Beautiful. Let's just bend the knees next, and we're just going to roll it down. Just nice and slow. Bringing the knees up into the chest when we're ready, and we're just going to hug the knees down. So we wrap the arms around the legs and we hug the knees down. Just breathing here. And just from here, we're going to take the knees wide, drawing the knees down a little bit wider than the body, opening up through our hips. Coming through into happy baby if we can now, so hands come to the outsides of the feet, keeping the knees wide. And we draw the knees down to the area just to the side of the body. If we can't hold on to the feet, that's okay as well. Just hold down onto the shins or come into that stretch we did before. That's fine as well. And slowly let go of the feet, hugging the knees back into the chest, hugging them down. And just drawing those knees to the side when we're ready. Just gently drawing that top knee down a little bit further. Beautiful spinal twist as we come near the end of our practice today. Just a nice lower back release. Just breathing here. Okay, let's draw the knees back down to the middle, hugging them down again. So we wrap the arms around, we draw the knees down, same time drawing the tailbone down as well. And let's roll the knees to the other side. Again, if there's room, let's draw that top knee down. Only if there's room. Stacking the knees is a great option here as well. We just do what we can. There's no expectations. There's no set way to do it, anything. It's what feels good for your body. Do that. No rules that we need to follow. Just breathing here. Gently releasing our lower back. Beautiful. We're just going to slowly make our way to the middle. Let's come through into our reclined bound angle. Soles of the feet together, knees drop out to the side. And let's actually start to tune into our breath now, because the next pose will be our corpse pose, Shavasana. As I start to tune into the breath, let the knees freely fall to the side and feel the hips open. And we're just following the breath. It's nice and long, deep breaths. Okay, just when we're ready, lift the knees, extending the legs through into Shavasana. Just a couple of minutes here this morning, this evening, whenever you're doing it. I'm just breathing now. And with our mini meditations at the end of our practice, our breath is our number one focus. And even with the longer meditations I teach, the breath is always our number one focus. If your mind ever wanders off through meditation, the only thing you need to do is guide your attention back into the breath. We're just going to breathe now. Just really enjoy this time out for yourself. This time out to just focus on the body, focus on the mind, and of course, focus on the breath. There's really nothing else we need to do now but just breathe. And just enjoying this moment for that. There's nothing else we need to do. Just following the breath. Just nice long deep breaths. Okay, and just in our own time, we are just really slowly just going to start to come back today. There's really no rush as we come back. We've got all the time to come back. I want you to take your time. Little bits of movement. We might want to bend the knees, maybe rolling to the side when we're ready. Again, there's no rush today. We've got plenty of time. Never rushing your yoga practice. Taking time. You deserve a couple of minutes out. Let's press the body up to seated. Coming to cross legs, hands to the knees, lifting, lengthening the spine here. Hands come together and we say namaste.